I'm Gilbert, and George has unlocked a new level of petty. Oh, Thomas. Oh, Thomas, you are in for. Oh, oh, Thomas.
So when you do the Boap bird with like the movable beak.
Oh, see, if I do the movable beak, then I'd have to add in like one of those little soundboards,
Oh yeah,
like the
of
little
course.
mini soundboards, like the one that kind of use in like greeting cards and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where it opens up and it plays the boat, open it up.
Well,
Yeah.
the there is a sound. Is it there is sound to motor controller. I think it's Arduino. I'm not sure. I think
It is.
I think it's one of the Arduino makes it, but if this
Yeah,
thing
it
goes
sounds like
BOAP, you can make the actual beat go BOAP like that. You can make it like
yeah, that sounds
like
like
synchronized to the sound.
yeah, that sounds like some Arduino programming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay.
know what? And again, now that's something to motivate me to learn how to learn Arduino, so I can unlock a whole nother level
Yeah,
of
you can
petty now.
manipulate servos and stuff like that and motors. Yeah.
Oh, I can make a whole new level of petty now. Oh,
Okay.
oh
It is
my
two
goodness.
o'clock. It actually I have 2:01 on my phone. It is 2:01. It is time for Model Citizen. I'm your host George Dayer. I am flanked by my wonderful host and the guy who keeps all the lights on and all the internet going and all the streaming going. The angriest of IT nerds, Gilbert Floyd. Um, Gilbert, thank you very much for being on today. Everybody just, said, well, we got other things to do today. So we were supposed to have some guests today, but unfortunately they cannot make it. The business end. Oh, you are listening to Model Citizen on GCPR, gcpr.live, and streaming exclusively on our GCPR YouTube channel, Twitch, and TikTok, and not Twitter. But anyway,
That's a
the
whole
business
other
end of the
story.
pro. I'm sorry.
So that's a whole other story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. That's another, yeah, like another volume,
Yeah.
like of DVDs you got to watch. Um, the business end of the program is our two sponsors, AAA Hobby in Magnolia, New Jersey. We were supposed to have Jack Lynch on today, who is the marketing and outreach specialist for AAA Hobbies. He will be rescheduled for another time. We will talk to him about AAA Hobbies, and their web store or their internet store is megahobby.com. And also our other sponsor is Tenant Controls. Tenant Controls bringing models to light. They are makers of electronic lighting boards and lighting kits for all types of models. If you go to tenantcontrols.com and you do not find a model or a lighting kit that you need, call Ralph. Ralph Tenaglia is the owner and operator of Tenant Controls. He can make a board for you. And, he'll give you the price, and I'm sure the price would be pretty low. And, order the board and you got it for your model. And it would be like a specialty board made exactly for you, like just for you. So, Tenant Controls, bringing models to light. Okay, so we were off for 3 months. I got nothing done, and no, I got a few things done. We are going to eventually get a Patreon channel or page, so that we could show exclusive content to our Patreon viewers, and also all the things that I've been creating, and maybe some of the things that Gilbert has been creating, can go to the people who are on Patreon, like for Christmas or for a contest or something like that. We can have a contest
Or just
something
out there, you just want to buy it, you know?
just want to buy it, like like merch. So
So
Um,
yeah, be on the lookout for that.
so yeah, be on lookout for that in the future. Printmaster James is not here with us today. He is otherwise uh, entrenched in something. I don't know, with his family, and so we're here. So we were
And
talking about squirrels and crocs before the program. So and how to put real fur onto the squirrel that you've made. Could you show
yeah,
everybody that?
absolutely. So for those that have been watching The Sound of Coffee for the past couple weeks or so, you all have known that I have undertaken making a life-size 3D model of Caesar, which is Thomas's arch nemesis squirrel, wearing Crocs. Because we all know Thomas loves squirrels and he loves Crocs. So now, what I was showing earlier with George is that all of this white stuff that's on here is me sanding everything down because it has some sharp edges on it. So sanding down stuff on all the furs so it got rid of all the sharp edges, and then Techno George over here gave me the idea of actually adding synthetic fur onto it to give it, a little bit more realistic kind of thing to it. So I'm on Amazon right now looking up synthetic furs. Oh, Thomas. Oh, Thomas. Look, man.
The one thing I found with putting like synthetic fur, and I learned this at Steve Neal's shop when I was there. He uses rubber cement. So rubber cement would actually go onto the back of the synthetic fur because there is a backing that the
Mm-hmm.
fur is stitched onto, and then so you sorry uh, it's contact cement basically. So contact cement is more like a rubber cement. It's what they use for shoes. So when they put the
Mm-hmm.
soles on your shoes, like the leather sole onto your shoe, they actually have a cork surface on the bottom of the shoe, and then you have the soles. What you basically do is you
Okay.
put the rubber cement on there, you put the rubber cement onto the sole, and then you
Mm-hmm.
wait. I think you have to wait like 30 minutes, whatever, and it becomes like it starts to get very tacky. And then what you do is you basically mate the two together, okay,
Oh,
and
and
then
then from
and then
there.
what they do is they basically stitch it. Well, like because like if you look at if you look at the way shoes are made, there is a channel on YouTube that I follow. This guy in England, he does all the
Mm-hmm.
shoes, and it's very very interesting the way they like the way he resoles it. But puts the thing in. He puts in like a new layer of cork, which is kind of like um, it's like a lamination layer from the
Mm-hmm.
leather,
Okay.
and then if it has a steel shank, the steel shank is basically the metal piece that goes in you know, it goes in between the actual shoe bottom and the sole for boots and stuff like that. And then he'll do stitching. He'll actually do stitching around it with it's like an industrial sewing machine, and and he'll stitch it around there, and and then and he'll basically presses it. So he has this machine that presses the thing to get it. Press like it'll press the sole onto the shoe with the glue. But that
Okay.
contact cement is what you can use for fur. So if you're going to put fur onto something, so if you created a fiberglass underskull of a monster or a creature or like a werewolf or whatever, and you wanted to put fur on it, that's how they would do it. They would basically put contact cement onto the underskull. They'd set that up. They'd put contact cement onto the basis for the fur, and then they would mate the two together. You know, they would
Mm-hmm.
basically take that and stretch it over the underskull, so it looks like fur is on the skull. The only other way to do it is if you watch the Stan Winston School of character arts and stuff like that. Sometimes they will do the skin out of silicone, and they will actually stitch. They will actually take a special stitching needle, and they will stitch the fur into the silicone, so there's skin underneath. So it feels like it feels like a real live creature. It has
Okay.
silicone skin with the fur. You know,
Okay.
it's very very interesting. If you there is a video on the Stan Winston School on YouTube. If you go there, very very interesting the way they did this tiger, and they did that. They did oh. They did a animatronic lion for Mufasa, the Mufasa,
Mm-hmm.
film, which is actually supposed to be like the Lion King, but they did kind of like a CGI and a live action. They did the thing like for that, and they did the lion. The whiskers of the lion are actually optical fiber, so they actually
Oh.
stitched optical fiber into the jowl,
Mm-hmm.
into the nose where the snout is, and they did that. It was very very interesting. I mean, like they would sculpt it out of clay, they make a mold, and then they do the silicon. They basically created an underskull, but they stretched the silicon over the underskull, and then they stitched all that by hand. I mean,
Man.
that
Yeah.
that must have taken like weeks, if not months. That's why it takes a long time for like like for practical effects creatures to be made for film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. But the squirrel should be
It's
should
a.
be good. I mean the the thing with the tail, I I mean I guess you could get away with what you have, like the basis for the tail. But
Mm-hmm.
you basically have to look at what it's like. So if you study animals, which I do, like from time to time, if I'm going to make a creature, whatever, you can study an animal that is as close to the creature that you're going to build. Now, a squirrel is a squirrel, of course, but when you're 3D printing a squirrel's tail, you're, you know, you're 3D printing like the fluff, of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were going to make that, if you were going to make that somewhat real, you could put, I mean, I guess you can glue the fur, onto what the tail piece is. It'll stand out more, and then, but the shoes,
Well,
you'd
see
have
the
to get like
thing.
marine, get like the marine grade vinyl, like the
Mm-hmm.
brown marine grade vinyl. They make it in different sheets. That's what I would use for if I was going to build. Well, when I build
Yeah.
you the Kirk chair, I have to, get marine grade vinyl. So it basically has a cotton. It has a cotton twill. I think it has a cotton twill backing. So it's basically
Mm-hmm.
vinyl that has been put over a cotton twill backing, and because it is marine grade means that it has ultraviolet inhibitors. So if it's out in the sun a long time, it won't fade, it won't crack. It should still stay pliable. Um, for the shoes, you could use like a like a brown, like marine grade vinyl. I think it's like 20
Mm-hmm.
bucks for um, a roll of it
Oh, that's not
on
bad.
Amazon. I'm
That's
not
not bad.
sure. Yeah.
No,
So
but I think the synthetic fur and attaching it and gluing it onto the tail, that will definitely solve the problem of the sharp edges.
Yeah.
So now it'd be just a matter of completely sharpening it down, because it still has some kind of sharp edges on it. But with that fur, it'll have that
Well, yeah,
that little bit of layer of
right. Yeah.
that extra
The
flair.
backing would basically
Yeah,
inhibit you from getting harmed.
yeah,
From
exactly.
it's like and it's like fiberglass. It's like when you're doing fiberglass
Yeah, right.
and stuff like
And
that. Like
and just the fact that I can add this fur onto it and just give it that little bit of extra layer and just chef's kiss to it. So, oh, Thomas, you're in for a treat on this one. I'm going above and beyond on this one to be a little bit extra petty.
the name the name of the contact cement is called barge cement. That's what all the special effects guys use.
Barge.
Cement. It's a red and yellow can. You'll see it. Barge cement here. Barge contact cement.
Barge red and yellow can. All right.
All-purpose cement, neutral quart, 32 fluid ounces. It's like $45.29.
Well, for that size, it's not bad for that size, but
yeah,
I don't need that.
Well, the cap basically has a little brush on it, so there's a little brush that's integrated into it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
I don't need that much.
Well, and, it's good to have around. You never know. I've repaired shoes and boots with it. Like when the soles start coming off my shoes, and like, oh, I got barge cement. Just put it on there, and I repaired my shoes with it. I think they have smaller ones.
Okay.
They have a smaller one. Here's one for $31.37.
But I will say this. Oh, this fur is here. And they have a variety of colors, from black and grays. Oh, Thomas. Oh, you are going to be in for a treat. Anybody that's going to be that will see the unveiling of Caesar when he is completely finished and all of the glues and everything has been rendered and dried and all this other. Oh. You all going to be in for a treat.
The one thing I did find out when I worked with Steve Neal was when you want to do a blend of fur, because
Magpie, hey, how you doing?
Basically have a blend in their fur. They have black, gray, and brown, I believe.
Yeah,
like a black, gray, and
it's like a blend
brown.
of like a. The type of squirrel that Caesar is, it's an eastern gray squirrel. So he has a lot of like blends of white and grays.
Right.
A little bit of brown, but mostly just grays and white.
Right.
Yeah.
You can use acrylic paints with an airbrush and just kind of, like haze it through if you wanted to do that. So you can manipulate it. So I mean, if you were if you were gonna you could get a base color of just gray, if you wanted to, and then you can highlight that. You can highlight that whole color with, the different things, but use acrylics in an airbrush. Are probably the best thing to do. I know Steve Neal was using he was using Krylon, like the Krylon paints you would paint, like metal and wood and stuff with. And he was just using it from the can. He's just going, oh yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of gray in the hair, or a little bit of, this in that, in the fur or whatever. And
Yeah,
okay.
'cause I use Krylon and use Rust-Oleum,
Yeah.
and hey, those work great. No Magpie. No, I did print that damn squirrel. Okay, it's not that I'm going to. I did. Okay, here he is, right here. I did print him. Right now, all the white stuff is on here is everything of me sanding down all the sharp edges. And George here informed me that I can take this pettiness up a extra step and put some fur on it. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's happening. Caesar about to get an upgrade.
Be a real squirrel.
Oh, it's going to be a real squirrel wearing Crocs. And look, even if I have to, I will take pictures of squirrels out of my backyard so I could get the right color fur, and get like the right length. If I trim it down as much as I need to trim it down, you know what I mean? Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah.
How funny would it be if you printed me up a squirrel and I made an underskull body with animatronics and the thing actually moves and put it in the box and send it to Thomas? He would freak out. He'd be like, "What? You sent me a real squirrel with Crocs in it?"
Oh, Thomas!
With like a sound chip and Arduino and.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know those droids that are over at Disney, theme park, the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the ones that walk?
Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube found out how they walk, and he actually created the same motors that they use with an Arduino and I think a Raspberry Pi, and he actually created the same robot that walks. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, imagine
that's pretty. Oh, that is cool.
Imagine making that squirrel move for him.
Mm-hmm.
The Boat bird would be great though.
I see, and
like something that like Thomas can put on his shoulder, kind of like
right,
kind of like a parrot, and walk around with it.
And I'm already looking at into getting forges, into getting like I've seen on TikTok where they have like the little propane forge and like the electric forges and stuff like that. And so perusing through on the internets and Amazon and every place else. So they have different kinds and sizes and temperatures and whatnot. And so I saw one. It ranges anywhere from about $50 to about $75.
Mm-hmm.
It's one it's like a lower temperature one.
It's
where
like what?
Where you can handle it. Where you can make like a small stuff like fishing hooks, fishing sinks.
Like
the little
aluminum
molds,
pewter,
stuff like that, pewter stuff like that. Yeah.
Go to micromark.com. They have low temperature metals.
Mm-hmm.
They have pewter ingots, so you can make stuff out of pewter. They have lead. It's lead-free base pewter. It comes in like like an ingot. I think I think the ingots are $8, and then the ladle is because I think I still have my ladle. I used to make when Babylon 5 was big.
Mm-hmm.
I made one of the PPG guns out of aluminum, and I actually had to cast it, and I used the low temperature metal. But the other thing, the only other thing I made was a propeller, because there's a
Mm-hmm.
Mobius makes a model called the Skipjack, which is a fast attack submarine. The propeller on that submarine is made out of plastic, but I cast it in aluminum so it wouldn't break, because when you use the OTW cylinders to actually turn that model into a remote control submarine, you wanted the propeller to be, stronger than just the regular plastic. The plastic was fine, but when it gets
Right.
caught up in weeds underwater and stuff, you know,
You need something a little bit stronger.
all the screws or all the props break off.
Yeah.
So you want something a little bit, stronger. So I had to make the thing out of aluminum, which was a real pain in the ass, but I did it. But but yeah, it's a low temperature metal. It can be melted with. I don't think you really need the forge. The forge is for stuff. Well,
I think it's
I guess. I mean,
the,
I guess.
well, the setup for it. Well, here's the thing. The setup for it. It's. I think the main advantage would be like, because the setup for it, so you don't have to. Try to go out of your way or try to build any reinvent the wheel sort of thing.
Right.
It's right there for you. So.
The one I used, they said to use the it's a propane torch, but it's yellow. It's a yellow bottle, and it's a plumber's torch. It's actually what plumbers use to sweat pipes. So you could use that with the low temperature metal. So you go to Home Depot, you just get that whole kit. That's like $15, $18 for that thing, and then you go to Micro Mark and you get the ingots with the ladle. And then you can just melt the ingot inside the ladle with the torch.
Okay.
Get some fireplace gloves. Actually, get welder's gloves if you're going to be doing that. Welder's gloves. It's a 3-ply, so you can actually hold. They're actually better than pot holders, because if you use pot holders, you're going to feel warm, but with these gloves, you're not going to feel anything.
So look at man. Are we dealing with metal and like melted?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want as much protection as I can get. All right.
You don't need like the aluminized suit with the like the fire suit.
So like,
you don't need that, but
I know I don't need to go so far as like a whole full-on Tony Stark Iron Man suit, but at the same time, I don't want to burn a hole through my hand, so yeah.
A lot of the things is with that is you get like a lot of spattering,
that's another thing I want to.
You want to make sure.
Yeah, so I know. Main thing I know I would definitely need would be those gloves, some kind of apron, and
yeah.
I may not need a face shield, but you know what? Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry. So yeah.
Just go to Harbor Freight. They have it all there. They got the apron, they got the gloves, they got all the welder stuff. They got you don't really need like a welder shield, but you need something.
Definitely need some kind of protection.
Like a clear face shield or something like that. Yeah. One thing you can do, which I found with the low temperature metals, is you can make little daggers too. You can make daggers and swords. So if you prepare a sand mold for a sword, so if you 3D print a sword, say you printed a sword from like Elder Scrolls or something like that.
Right.
If you put it into a sand mold, where you can use a high temperature or low temperature metal like aluminum, you can make the sword out of aluminum, and you can just pour it.
Yeah, because I've seen videos like that on YouTube and on TikTok, and I want to try it, but I'm not. But I think I need to figure out how they prep the sand. Is it just
Yeah, yeah. It's a special sand. It doesn't. It's actually used for forging. For forging
hmm
stuff. Um, it is a um, it is a little bit. I think it's a little bit wet. No, is it wet? I don't know. It's a special type of sand, but
I think it would have to be at least somewhat wet so it kind of sticks together. So when you make the
yeah,
mold, so it
right,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, the forging. If you use ordinary sand, what's going to happen is, and you use a high temperature metal, you may create glass, which is basically what
That's what
like
it,
a lot like
yeah.
the silica and sand is glass. So you may create glass, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want so yeah. The special sand has special grains in it that prevent you from actually creating glass.
Yeah.
So
And and I thought maybe I don't know how the temperature would be if I created like a resin mold and see how that would go. But see, I got to figure out.
um, what I've well, all right. So what
Mm,
I've seen from when when you're using forges, from what I've seen, like from YouTube, um, you're well, you're actually creating the mold positive on an FDM printer. Okay, so you have an FDM printer. You're creating the mold positive. You're actually creating the piece that you're going to mold.
yeah.
So that would actually go into a plaster. That's what you want to do. You want to
hmm
actually put it into plaster with a spout at the top, that you're going to pour into. So basically, what
hmm
you're going to do is you would take the object, you would actually put it into a bucket of plaster or however big it is, in a
Right.
container, fill it up with plaster, and you let that harden. You take that whole thing and put it into the forge. When you put it into the forge, the plaster will remain rigid while the plastic will burn off, leaving the mold of the positive that you just created. Then from there, you can pour in your high temperature metal. And then
Okay.
from that, once that's done, you pour in your high temperature metal. You're actually filling that void that was contained with, from like the plastic that you just burned off, in the forge. You're replacing that with the aluminum, and then after that hardens and cools off, like after 24 hours, you take that out. All you have to do is just get a hammer and just break off um,
hmm
the you know the actual plaster, okay, and then you have your mold positive, your solid mold positive. It is a real
Okay.
pain in the butt, but I mean, it does. It's an old way of doing it. I remember. Yeah, I remember how to do that. So, okay, yeah, just looking here.
Let's see. Oh, Magpie. Yeah, he's he's uh he's had an interesting reaction because he's seen it and it's funny, definitely
I've seen,
funny, definitely very funny. He's seen it.
I've
It's
seen the
funny.
Instagram post, and I was like, "Uh-oh, it's that squirrel again."
Mhm.
I'm like, is that squirrel wearing Crocs? And all of a sudden, I was like, "Yeah, he's wearing Crocs."
Squirrels wearing Crocs. Yeah, well, see, I made that. I made that picture because Thomas said I couldn't. And I'm printing the squirrel out because Thomas said I couldn't. And so now this squirrel is getting some fur on it. Oh God.
Yeah, that's gonna
So
be fun.
yeah, this is gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be so great. Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what? I can't wait. I gotta let me drop this into our group chat, and I'm gonna see Thomas's reaction to it in real time. Everybody will know. Everybody will know. He won't see it because I don't have the fur on it. But
Yeah,
we-
I mean,
we are
it
about to
should
find
look
out.
just like the picture. So
But we're about to find out. All right.
yeah, I was talking to Ray Vaughn about he's got the RoboCop 2 model, I guess, of all the pieces of RoboCop. Like in RoboCop 2, when Kane takes like him apart, and then they drive the limo to the police department. They throw all the pieces out, and there's all the pieces all over the thing and everything. And then you see him in pieces, his torso, his head, the one arm, and everything. And all the pieces are on this gurney. Ray actually went out and he bought the same type of gurney that they used in the movie, but he has the has the RoboCop thing. It's life size. It's like a life size model of it. So he actually has Peter Weller's face. He has the head. He has all the pieces. And we were talking about it one night, and he was like, "Going, I want to make a move, but I don't know how to make a move." And I was like, "Well, there's this thing called a deer motor that they do sell on Amazon. It's for Halloween props. It makes all your props move. It's basically it's an orbital motor, so it's very, very slow, So it like turns like this. But if you put different armatures on it, you can make the armature, move like this, very, very slow, and then, you can make things move." And he goes, yeah. So he found that, but he's building everything. He's building all the all like the diagnostic equipment. He's building all the stuff. He's gonna have the thing hanging. And I said, "So why are you building this?" He goes, "Well, Peter Weller is gonna be at a convention in Florida where he lives, and he's gonna be he's going to be there. I'm going to bring the whole, prop so he can sign it." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So,
nice. So,
okay.
Thomas's official response is, "Why? But why? Why though?"
So it looks more realistic. We're going to go all out for you, Thomas. Yeah. Somebody did do an animatronic Groot, like the little mini Groot, and he put it on his shoulder. He's just walking around with it. Dude, the thing is awesome. It actually blinks its eyes, and it does the "I am Groot."
Nice. Oh, let's see. There. Here we go. All right.
I was going to talk to James about Wonderfest.
Yeah, so we
You know,
could
show you that Wonderfest.
tell us how that went.
I did. I did see some of the pics from Wonderfest, and somebody
Mm-hmm.
did do the Black Beauty that you have, but they took the figures,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they 3D or they 3D printed parts for like Kato and for like the Green Hornet, and they actually put straight legs on them, so they're standing by the car, and I was like, oh, that's a really nice thing because one of them is like, uh, I think the one picture was Kato holding the door open
Mm-hmm.
for the Green Hornet to get into the car, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like,
Nice.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was cool.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Because
We have to have Augie Gonzalez on from Interstellar Modeler. Augie's a big. He's been doing a lot of like really cool models lately. He's on the what is it? He's on a certain Facebook page. I'm going to try to have him on. He was doing the Spock with the three-headed snake model. I think it was like like an old it's an old AMT kit, but it has Mr. Spock with this phaser and holding the communicator, and then it's actually pointing the phaser at this three-headed snake coming out of the ground.
mm-hmm.
And I was like going, he's gonna do it because he was showing the build, and I said, oh, he's gonna use the flexible LED filament, and he didn't use it. And I was like, and I
Oh, man.
contacted him, and I was like, why didn't you use it? He goes, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. I was like, but like, I don't have this I never had this model. My brother had the model back in the 60s when it came out, or in the 70s when it came out, and I never had it. And I was like, oh, I definitely want to get this model. But so it's the three-headed snake. It's Mr. Spock with this three-headed snake.
Nice.
But yeah. So, oh man. All right. So it is 250. I got 242 on my
It is 2:42.
242.
So then Thomas would deem this as. I mean, Thomas. Here, Thomas's whole reaction has always been the same thing as his. Why? Why do this? Why? Because. Have you not ever? Do you not know me? I'm petty. Of course I'm going to do this, man. You said that I couldn't. Of course I'm going to, because I'm petty.
Just say to him, we go above and beyond because of our friendship. That's all.
It's like, he knows I'm petty. Like, what? You know this. It's not a secret. So
now,
why wouldn't you?
If you really wanted to be petty, you can actually have the squirrel holding Thomas's severed head, like kind of scan his head and have his head. But no.
No.
A brick. A brick. No.
No, this is specifically. No, because of Thomas, what he said. Caesar wearing patent leather Crocs.
Oh, okay.
Specific. It's him. That's what came out of his mouth. Was that wear patent leather Crocs? So of course you're going to get a squirrel with patent leather Crocs. Come on, man. Come on.
You could you know what you could do for the Crocs? I was like, instead of doing the vinyl, I wonder if that would work. I think it would work if you used the Plastidip spray,
Okay.
and then if you sprayed it with Plastidip, like the rubberized coating, it would
Mm-hmm.
kind of look like leather, but then you could just kind of like tint it black, like paint it black with like acrylics. I don't know
Okay. Uh,
because Plastidip does come in white. They make white, black, blue. Um, I don't know if they make brown. I gotta look. Plastidip. Spray.
oh my goodness.
They make black. They make white. They make red. They make a gunmetal gray. They don't make brown, I don't think.
And let's see, what do we got here on furs on Amazon? These are all just. Oh, hello. We got some gray fur here. That's gonna keep that in mind right there. Let's see. Oh, these are all shag. Really shaggy furs. Need something a little kind of tight. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to trim it. And I don't want to go through all that hassle and that effort. I want something pre-trimmed. I don't know if that didn't sound right. Pause.
Here's an SM Arnold refinishing spray for leather, carpet, vinyl, metal, plastic, polycarbonate, polypropylene, for fiberglass. It's a refinishing spray, but they have it in light brown. They have light beige, light brown. It's a spray.
You know what?
35 colors plus 4 metallics. Oh, they do have brown.
You know, I wonder if Walmart has it. Because
They
if
probably
Walmart,
have it, yeah.
if Walmart has synthetic furs, and they got it in the one here, then
Oh, you're looking for synthetic fur.
so yeah, because if I could get a synthetic fur today, oh Thomas, sir, oh my goodness, this is gonna be so great. Oh, this is gonna be so great. So, if for anybody listening, don't worry. I will have all of this. I will put pictures up on my Instagram. Probably make a TikTok about it as well. So, yeah.
Oh, I think I found
Oh yeah.
Amazon has these these are 65 inches wide. $35, not too bad.
That's
They
not bad.
have grizzly bear, gray wolf, red bear, red fox, silver, wild coyote. The Arctic wolf looks pretty good. Looks like something you
Nice.
could use. It's a fur.
Yeah. Probably yeah, because I know I'll probably need white for like in the front here, like grays around.
Well, what you could do is do
Yeah.
the gray, like do the gray all around. You cut the pieces out, you glue them on, and then just
Mhm.
use the airbrush to tint it. So you could like mask off, say like the belly with like a light gray. Just mask that off, and then
Mhm.
just do like a little airbrushing
Yeah, yeah, I
onto
could definitely
that.
do that. And
This is
oh,
the Arctic Wolf. So Arctic Wolf is kind of like a salt and pepper thing. And it's called Fabric Empire. Is the store that's on Amazon. They have different fabrics.
all
Do they
right, all
have
right, all right. This one here, Ice Fabrics. They have, looks like they have the color of it's silver. Looks like the color. Part of the color is what I need. You know, keep that in mind right there.
I'm just
Oh
looking
yeah.
for
And let's see, what is this? Faux fur, fabric Halloweens. Blah,
fabric.
blah. No, that's not going to work. That won't work. All right. Seems this is going to take some research to do this. And,
Oh.
this is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Thomas,
Here,
you're not ready for this level of petty.
ah,
Oh, yes. Oh, I believe I have found it. I believe I have found the fabric that I need.
okay.
Looks like it has right one on that one. So, looks like the right length of it. Right fur, fabric, so on, super soft color, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Gonna hold that one. We're going to, yep, bookmark that one. And let's see if we're going to get something a little bit more shaggy for the tail. Because, we got to have accuracy. Because, if we're going to go all out. You know what I mean? Go all out. Don't just half-ass your pettiness. Go all out. You know what I mean? You see, that's what I'm doing. I'm dedicating this show to my pettiness. And George has been nice enough to help me with this pettiness.
This is Pettiness Junction. Kind of like Petticoat Junction. This is Pettiness Junction.
And you all been witness. You all been witness to this pettiness. All of you have been witness to this pettiness. And the only thing Thomas can ask is just why. And it's like, I'm petty. I'm petty. Why would you think for 1 second that I wouldn't? You said that I wouldn't. Why would you think for a second? Come on, man. You know me better than this. At least I thought you did. Barely not. Come on, man. Like, you know me better. I would think you should know me better than this, man. Bruh.
Here on Model Citizen, we strive for accuracy in everything we do. And just remember, the devil is in the details.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we are detailed modelers. We like
So
to
very-
make things, look real, feel real.
They were very detail oriented.
Yes.
Because, again, to reiterate the point that George made, the devil is in the details. So, yeah.
There is no
Besides-
limit to the pettiness that we, like we will strive to, go to. I mean, there's like no limit to it.
Oh, no, of course not. There's no.
And Gilbert's creation here was the first iteration. Putting the fur onto it is the second iteration. The third iteration is going to be if we can try to make it animatronic and move. That's going to be the third.
Yeah.
So there could be a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh.
I mean,
until we get to the
until we get to the point of where we can actually add a squirrel AI, in a
until we
fully
put the AI into the squirrel,
into the squirrel,
and
and can basically just terrorize Thomas wearing patent leather Crocs.
moose and squirrel.
Yeah, so eventually
Like Rocky and
that's
Bullwinkle.
the
Moose
end
and
goal.
squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
That's the eventual end goal, is to create a fully animatronic squirrel with a squirrel AI wearing patent leather Crocs and a program just to.
I think we're gonna have to. I think we have to find squirrel slippers for Thomas for Christmas. I wonder if that would work. With the squirrels we're looking at. Maybe Crocs for him with little squirrels on them. That might be good. I don't know.
That
That
might, because you get some Crocs with the little, what do they call them? I forgot, the jibs or the gibbets or the whatever things that little things you could just put into the holes of the Crocs.
Oh yeah,
like little decorative
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah, just make a whole bunch of Caesars.
I know they make like little flashlights now. They make the flashlights you put into the Crocs, and you can make them light up.
No.
Yep. I saw them on AliExpress. They're on AliExpress, and they're actually pretty cool. It's like a 3-volt button cell, and then the inner skin is plastic, and then the outer skin is silicone. So the silicone goes with the silicone on the Croc, and then you just like put it into the hole, and you can
So George,
you can like turn them on. They look like headlights.
George,
Yes, sir.
there's nothing cool about having lights on the Crocs. There's nothing cool about that. That's a level of idiocracy that they didn't show in the movie. Oh my gosh. So now we have headlights on Crocs.
Yep.
I don't know what this world is coming to. I don't know what this world is coming to.
Here's squirrel slippers. Well, wait a minute. Here's squirrel slippers with pictures of a squirrel on it. $18 on Amazon. Then there's the ones where the squirrels are in the front and the tails are in the back.
No.
Yeah. Here's a ceramic. Wait, here's a ceramic cup with a hidden squirrel on the inside. You fill up your coffee.
Oh my God.
At the bottom. Yep.
Oh shit.
Squirrel shirt and. Oh, they do have squirrel Crocs. Okay. They got fuzzy winter animal slippers for men. So, yeah. Okay. Squirrel socks. Oh, he's gonna get a whole bunch of squirrel themed stuff.
Oh fuck yeah. Oops. Swear jar.
Swear jar. Oopsie.
And it'd be at like
Sorry
the
about that.
last 2 minutes of the show. That's a bonus for everybody. Stick around. Let's see if I drop an F-bomb. Watch every show to see whether or not how much I curse. See how much I cuss.
So there's house slippers, home shoes.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Humidor. Brand is Humidor. $19 a pair. To find out what his size is. The ones that look like basketballs, I don't like those. Yeah, the squirrels look pretty good. Let me try to show it to you.
Oh, okay.
There you go. squirrels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's yeah.
That's what I need. And mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thomas, yeah. You getting a you getting a lifelike squirrel wearing Crocs.
Here at Model Citizen, there is no limit to our pettiness. So we are.
And of course had to make sure that the colors are accurate, you know. So there's that. Oh, yeah.
So it
And
is 2:59. Our guest, hopefully for next week, will be my friend Mike Stein from the Star Trek Club from SFI, Star Trek, sorry, from Starfleet International. We're going to be talking to him and hopefully getting some more members for his, for his club on the East Coast. We're going to be talking Star Trek and Starfleet and stuff like that. And in the coming, I guess, in the coming weeks, hopefully, it's 3 o'clock. In the coming weeks, we're going to hopefully be talking to Augie Gonzalez from Interstellar Modeler. I also sent him out a thing, and I have to ask him why he did not do what I asked him to do, but he just didn't do it. So, okay, but we'll get to that. So this has been Model Citizen. Thank you very much, Gilbert, for being on and for, cause I know you're on like, almost every, like every show, like almost every single show. And, I thank you. I thank you profusely.
not a
And
problem.
yes,
Thankfully,
we will get that squirrel. We will get that squirrel
So,
for Thomas done. So.
not a problem. Thankfully, my schedule started to kind of balance out to where I'd be a little bit. Now I won't have to be pulled and feel like I'm being pulled in 5 different directions, so I can actually kind of
Yeah.
manage stuff a little bit better now. So
So hopefully next week we will be on. We want to thank our sponsors, AAA Hobbies in Magnolia, New Jersey. Their website for buying models online is megahobby.com, and also Tenna Controls, bringing models to light. And that is it for Model Citizen. So we will see you next week, hopefully, at the same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, I used a copyrighted verse there. Sorry. Anyway, so thank you very
Oops.
much. Have a good day.